My name is Nancy. I've been married for 7 years, but I've spent half of that time alone. The reason is that my husband Sam has been on a long-term business assignment. He's now in his 3rd year at this particular assignment. I feel it's about time he returned to the main office, but he mentioned that his period away might get extended. I also work, so I understand the need for his assignment. However, I do have some doubts about it. In the 1st year, he used to come home almost every month, but now he doesn't because the company won't cover his travel expenses. Even though he's allowed to cover expenses twice a year, he doesn't because he's too busy with work. When I offer to visit him, he says it would be inconvenient because he's so busy. It's strange. Why would he refuse when his wife wants to visit? Then, one day Sam suddenly came home. It was a surprise. I wish you had told me you were coming. I was overjoyed and jumped into his arms. But what he said next was shocking. I'm sorry, my mistress is pregnant. I want a divorce. Bams. I don't understand. Why? My mistress is pregnant. Wait a minute, so you're admitting you cheated? And that's okay. Yes, that's right. I felt dizzy hearing him calmly confirm it. My mind went blank, and it took me a while to grasp that I had been betrayed. I was so upset I couldn't even stand, and I just sat down right there. But Sam just looked down at me without offering a hand to help me up. So you're saying I've been betrayed by you? He asked. I didn't mean for it to happen, he replied, looking pained as he handed me a divorce paper with his name already on it. Oh, he's serious, I thought to myself. And in the consent section, there was the name of a woman I didn't recognize. Who is this? He asked. My mistress, he replied. A divorce with the mistress consenting. That's ridiculous. Can a divorce paper even be like this? I couldn't believe it. All I could think of were the happy times I've had with Sam. Despite those moments, why did he turn to someone else? Uzbeth admits, I was lonely, he finally admitted. As politician, I hated being away on assignment. I wish you could have come with me. Nest. But we decided this together, didn't we? Smile reminded him. Yes, we did. That's why it's all my fault, he said, looking down at the ground. That's not fair, I said, feeling angry and hurt. Saying it's all your fault, and I'm sorry can't just fix everything. No matter what you say, I'm also at fault. I'm sorry. What was I to you then? Chins, I asked, feeling tears welling up in my eyes. My wife, he replied, his voice barely above a whisper. Yes, your wife. But what does that mean to you? Chills, Diperteats, I asked, feeling a mix of emotions. What was I as your wife? I'm sorry. His only reply was, I'm sorry, and I felt an urge to strike him. But hitting him wouldn't bring his feelings back. Instead, I'd just end up being labeled a hopeless woman in his eyes. Didn't you enjoy being married to me? It was fun, but I couldn't overcome the loneliness. Come from news, I was lonely too, but I never cheated. I'm just weak. That's just cowardly, planning to shoulder everything and act defiant. And if you say that, I end up with nothing to say. So, I want a divorce. How old is she? 34. She's only a year younger than me. Restrictions, I wasn't. I've heard that already. I'm sorry. It's my fault. He keeps repeating the same words. Why can't he say anything else? It's like there's nothing left inside him. Is that why? What do you mean? So, you didn't come home because you wanted to spend time with her, even though you had travel expenses covered twice a year? Yeah, that's right. And when I said I'd visit, you said you were busy because you wanted to be with her. That's right. I wanted to cherish the time with her. How can you say that so brazenly? What kind of person are you? A dry laugh welled up in me. I'm sorry, I'm the one at fault. I won't ask for forgiveness, but I want you to understand. She needs me. Is the time you spend with her more important than our first trip together, our first wedding anniversary, and all the time we spent together? Yeah. Something inside me snapped. If only he had denied it. But with just one, yeah, he negated everything. So, she's that important to you because you were lonely? Yes. She filled the loneliness I felt. Oh, that's great. Since I have a job, I couldn't fill your loneliness. Yeah, exactly. You have your job, so I couldn't ask you to come with me. That's why it's my fault. I didn't make it clear. My bad. I see. So, I want a divorce. Please alright, Intwig. Were you enduring that much loneliness? Yeah. So, you thought only you were suffering? Fun. Yeah! Okay. So, that's why your feelings shifted to another woman, right? My emotions were swirling with anger. Despite feeling so sad and lonely, the other side of me emerged. I do feel sorry, but I still want a divorce. In step. I looked up at my husband Sam directly and said, "No, I won't divorce you." "Why not? Just sign this and you'll be free too." "Only you want to be free, right?" "I'm fine as it is." You probably thought, given my personality, I'd understand if you said it's all your fault, and I'd agree to divorce to make it easier for you, right? But unfortunately, this time, it won't work that way. "Why not?" "You're a kind woman, aren't you?" "Yes, I have been super kind. But I'm not always going to be, especially not this time. Absolutely no divorce." "Why not?" "An affair will end eventually. I won't throw away 7 years just for that. I know you love me, but I don't feel the same way." Do I really love him? Is that why I don't want a divorce? I don't think that's it. I was free when he wasn't around. Even when he was on assignment, I never felt lonely. Bitch, life with our young child was fulfilling. She's pregnant with your child? Seems so. But I have a child here too. Who's more important to you? Her, of course. Hun, the child here is a girl. But over there, a boy is being born. A boy can take care of me in my old age. Children are not tools to be used for your care. I know, but that's idealistic. No matter what, we all age. A daughter won't be of use. What is he saying? You took me away from my parents too. That's why a daughter won't do it. Actually, seriously, I always thought I didn't need a daughter. They just cost money. That's why I need a son. She's carrying the son I want. You're the worst. Yeah, I am. That's why let's get a divorce. I have to take responsibility as a man. Hey, responsibility. What about your responsibility to me? You can live on your own. What's that supposed to mean? She can't live by herself. I pushed the divorce papers back at him with a smile. Are you really not going to divorce? Yeah, divorce isn't something you just decide on the spot. I can't just say, okay, let's divorce upon hearing about an affair. Plus, there's a child, right? You're thinking too simply. I'm serious. Yes, I don't know how seriously you thought about this, but I'm not getting a divorce. I see, got it. I'll contact you again after a while. Bernie, think about it. After saying this, my husband Sam left the divorce papers and walked out of the house. Left alone, I stared intently at the papers. Mark Sweet, what a joke! As if I'm going to let it end with just a pile. Einen thought. I'll make him realize. The next day, I went straight to a private investigator and asked them to look into Sam's mistress. I thought it was crucial to know your enemy if you want to teach them a lesson. The investigation was completed in about 2 weeks. Smirking at the results, I sent Sam a message. Hey, how's it going? How are things with your secret wife? Stop talking weird. Oh right, she's your open wife, isn't she? What do you want to say? I was just wondering if the child in her belly is really yours. Wait, of course it's my child. Are you making up silly fantasies because you're jealous? I hope it's just my imagination. Is your girlfriend really faithful to only you? Cheryl's court. You think she's seeing other men? Bingo. No way. Confident in his response, I sent him a photo. This is your mistress, right? Did you investigate? Of course I wanted to know the face of the person who's agreeing to the divorce. It's not surprising. Yama! Well, I'm going to divorce you and marry her officially. She seems nice. I was surprised when he looked into her. Right. I knew you'd say that. Yes, a real catch. But quite the social climber. What do you mean? I sent him a second photo. It showed the mistress exiting a motel with a man who wasn't Sam. What's this? Surprised? That man isn't you. Can you believe such a photo? Oh, how about this one? The third photo was with another man, also leaving a motel closely snuggling up. She's amazing. She's been dating about 3 other men. She's in and out of motels daily, even with 2 or 3 men in a day. She should just make a career out of it. She's quite resilient. No, it's a lie, a fake. She wouldn't do this. It's hard to believe, isn't it? I felt the same when I heard about your affair. We're different. Dinge buster inch boat. By the way, I heard your company doesn't tolerate infidelity. That's right. But if we're divorced, it's not infidelity. We're not divorced yet. Infidelity can lead to dismissal. You're not thinking of doing something silly, are you? Silly? I wouldn't think of such a thing. If you don't divorce me and you expose my affair, it'll hurt you too. Of course I know. As long as we're married, I wouldn't do such a thing. Right, you're a smart woman. You wouldn't do something foolish. Yes, I am. But it depends on you. Really your child? Blanning. And Nui, of course it's my child. Did you know DNA tests can be done during pregnancy? Where's the need for that? Even after seeing those photos, are you sure it's your child? Chui course, instant photos can be faked, and I trust her. Okay, you might want to check, but if you're sure, that's fine. After ending the chat, I was amazed that he still insisted it was his child. I decided then to make him truly face the consequences. A few days later, Sam called in a panic. Hey, I've been fired from my job. Oh, I see why. Your place just found out about my affair. Really? How come? Oi, instructions. Don't tell me you. Right? You didn't snitch on the company, did you? Why would I do that? What's in it for me? But if it wasn't for that, Sam's fears were correct. After all, I was the one who reported him. If I'm going to drag him through hell, it has to be thorough. So I took his job away from him. Look, don't you think it's obvious? A married man living with another woman. Plus, the company was even paying for homecoming travel expenses. Anyone would think it's infidelity. Maybe they questioned your ethics. Is that what this is about? You thought you wouldn't get caught. I thought I was managing it well. Avenurial. Bad deeds always get exposed. What am I supposed to do now? But you with a child on the way and everything. Tough, isn't it? Do you believe the child is yours? Of course it's my child. How many times do you need me to say it? Then you just have to do your best, right? Of course you still need to provide living expenses for me too. We're not divorced yet. You have a job. That's a different matter. Since we're not divorced, it's important. I had to say it twice. What I'm supposed to do? I don't know. But if it's really that hard, I guess I could give you a gift. A gift? Yes, a gift that will make you cry with joy. What is it? I'll divorce you. Really? Then I don't have to send you living expenses, right? Right, you won't need to pay living expenses, but I'll take a fair amount of child support. Yeah, I guess that can't be helped. And I'm keeping the house. So even if you come back, you won't have a place to live. That's fine. I don't plan to come back anyway. She's from here, so we'll probably live here from now on. Great, that works for me. I'll send you the bill for child support. Cheers, and make sure you pay it. Alright, I got it. Once you pay, I'll file the divorce papers. Alright. But I'm surprised you decided this. You really were the woman I loved. Sam was thrilled. Later, when I sent the bill for child support, Sam borrowed from consumer loan companies to pay it. Hey, Nancy, that was a bit steep, but I paid for it. It's only fair. You did that much, but you only paid the partial amount, right? Of course, I paid it all. I said I wanted the child support in one lump sum. What? That's impossible. Why? You said you'd pay. If you don't, I won't divorce you. Would you rather pay $2,000 every month forever? Okay, I'll do it if you divorce me. Then please do. So Sam borrowed from several loan companies to pay me. Of course, he kept it a secret from her. Now, the divorce is finalized. It's an exulting in the prospect of marrying her. My ex-husband Sam was overjoyed. And as a final revenge, I mailed Sam the documents and photos from the private investigator. Hey, what's this? Hello, Sam. How's life post-divorce? What's this about? What do you mean? You sent me documents from the private investigator. Oh, the stuff I had researched? I thought I'd send it to you since I don't need it anymore. This says she's in debt for $200,000. Yeah, she's quite the debtor. And she has 3 kids? Yes, 3 girls. It's going to be lively. Though apparently, she doesn't know who the father of any of them is. I don't need daughters. That's too bad. They're the children of the woman you love. So, is this true? She's currently being taken care of by her mom, but she'll take all of them once we're married. Seems like it. She's their mother, after all. I've already registered for marriage. Congratulations. Happy wedding. That's just perfect. It's not perfect. Why not? I didn't know she had such a debt. I'm already in debt for $264,000 for your child support, and now I have to deal with her debt and 3 kids. You're gonna be a father of 4. No time for affairs now. I can't handle 4 kids with all this debt. What should I do? Debt goes away if you steadily pay it off. It might take decades. As for the kids, they're your beloved's children. You have to accept them. If I knew it would be this hard, I wouldn't have gotten married. I should have stayed married to you and continued our affair. I couldn't believe he could say such a thing so casually. This man is truly despairing. Like truly despicable. To think he could say he should have continued an affair while married. Oh, by the way, her mother is sick, right? With what? Seems like it's quite serious. She's been looking after the kids after all. That must have been tough. She's been working hard for her grandkids, so you better take good care of her. She seems to be short on money too. Awkward here, it's all in the report. Yeah, it's true. Does this mean I'll eventually have to take care of her too? Looks like it. Oh boy, what a handful. Better have a good talk. How can I bring that up now? We just got married. This will totally ruin our newlywed bliss. Wait, and you're unemployed now. Damn it. Sam, now jobless, tried to find work but could only get part-time gigs. The place he moved to was quite rural. It's not many job opportunities for a 40-year-old like him. Still wanting to enjoy his newlywed life, he kept all these issues under wraps until, what is this? He exploded upon seeing his newborn child. Why are you yelling? This is a hospital. Identity Christian. This child clearly isn't mine. It's just different genes. You've been calling yourself this child's dad all this time. That's good enough. Different genes mean it's another man's child. Don't fuss about it. It's just that one of the guys I played with happened to be black. And played with? You mean you're seeing a black guy while with me? Yes, just like you were doing. You were seeing me while having a wife. I was. Of course. Us just like you. I can't be blamed. But a black guy? Didn't help it. I was seeing 5 guys. A way to know which one it would be. That's what kind of woman are you? What kind? I just love my freedom. Freedom? You call this freedom? It's no big deal. I didn't expect you to make such a fuss over something so small. Small, you say? That's when Sam let it all out. Is it true you're in debt for $200,000? Yes, it is. What's all that money for? Not all men are rich. Plus, I wanted to look good when going out. So it's all just to show off. Yes, obviously. You approached me seeing how I look. Who would be interested in a poorly dressed woman? A petite patch femme. Realizing she was right, Sam was at a loss for words. Then, he brought up the children, and just then, her mother arrived with the kids. Maria, congratulations on the birth. Oh, Mom, Sam, congratulations. Since we're officially married and you've had the baby, I thought I'd bring these kids back. I've been feeling worse lately, and might have to be hospitalized soon. That bad? Yes. But I don't have much money. So, Sam, I'm counting on you. Counting on me, for what? I'll take care of the kids, and in return, you'll have to take care of my mother. I thought her old age was far off, but she's frail. We might need to gather money for surgery. Koi. How can I handle all these kids and your mother too? She's my mom. You have to take care of her. I won't forgive you if you neglect her. This is crazy. It's like a scam. $200,000 in debt and 3 secret children. And now a black baby? What kind of woman are you? And a frail mother-in-law too. I think it was then. At the perfect moment, I messaged her. Protectedins, nice to meet. I'm Sam's ex-wife, Nancy. Just to let you know, your husband has a debt of $264,000. He's been fired and is working part-time now. The life. Die. What's this? Who's it from? Your ex-wife? Hey, what's this $264,000 debt? You called me a scammer. What's this about? You have more debt than me, and I didn't even know. Sam might yelled it by her, but he yelled back, turning the hospital room into a battlefield. As for me, I sent the message and looked at the photo in front of me. It was a photo of her leaving a hotel with a black man. I kept this one to myself, not sending it to Sam. Why? Because I wanted him to see the child with his own eyes. After that, Sam's debt, including his current wife's share, ballooned to $464,000. Literally down by the debt, Sam seemed to be in deep despair. Working as a couple might have been a solution, but it wasn't that simple. They had a total of 4 young children. Maria, the wife, apparently couldn't afford to play around anymore and was looking after the children as a mother should. So even when Sam asked her to work, she would only say, "How can I work when the kids are this young?" Don't you think it's pitiful for the kids? I won't work until they grow up. Maria seemed to be quite a strong woman. Moreover, they had to live with their frail mother, further straining their finances. Yet, even from her mother, they couldn't get living expenses, let alone food money. Desperate Sam contacted me with a feeble voice, begging for help. Of course, I just laughed it off as a joke, but the reality was that they were crammed into a tiny apartment, a family of 7. Sam, harried by his wife to work, juggled multiple part-time jobs and could hardly get any sleep at home, almost like he was back on a business trip. He would contact me occasionally, worn out, repeating how much he hated it. As for me, I had grown accustomed to life without a husband and didn't have a single problem. The large sum of money I received ensured my peace of mind. Now it's just my child and me, spending our days in tranquility,